Good afternoon. Welcome to Saturday, December 11th, 2021, Open Gate Show. To decipher tomorrow's 10 race card. It's very important to stay hydrated, not because the temperature is cool, means that your body is in a state of hydration. Pure Pride, Jamaican bottled water, pure water is the way to go. Drink it and experience the taste. Remember to wear your mask. Practice social distancing and sanitizing your hands. As usual, the Open Gate Show will make a commentary. And first, let me start about the jockeys that are, well, the Jamaican jockeys that is, that are in the northern part of America and who have nothing to do when those tracks close until the winter is over. At those racetracks, the weights are a minimum 115, but mostly 119 pounds and upwards. I'm proposing that there's a change in the handicap system here to accommodate these riders. They're good riders. And let me say, Dave Nelson for one. It's not easy for him to ride 6 or 7 mounts on a race day because he has to sweat, if you know what I mean, to ride those horses. So as the meet goes on, he'll be fatigued because he's weak. Nothing is wrong. But, not all trainers or grooms or horsemen, well, locally, and the fans too, of this great sport are only here for the betting. That's the aspect of what it is currently. One of us to understand that Horseman needs to be more respected. And I can tell you, horsemen in Jamaica, most of them aren't. Well, everything is made up of all sorts of things, all sorts of people. I must mention a remarkable feat, or if you want to call it history. Trainer Gedford Smith has won 7 races this year, and all were ridden by Aaron Chatry. They scored earlier with the Fallon race, number 15 K-Boy, in a very good display of how K-Boy has improved. I always mention, it's not what I select, but it's what I say about the horses. And the record is there to show. Whenever I say a horse looks improved, normally they run a very good race. Tomorrow's program starts at 11:45 a.m. It's for children up, optional claiming 250,000 with native bred 6-year-olds and up who've never won 4 races, as well as native bred 5-year-olds and up who remains a maiden. 12 entries. They go 4.5 furlongs or 900 meters. Number 1, Dallas, ran only 3 times this season, and they're almost 7 months of a 7-month hiatus, looking okay in condition, and could factor somewhere, even from its inside draw. Number 3, Big Dreams, went on a 3.5 month respite to race now over his favorite course. Another that is seen in okay condition, number 4, Big Paul, has won 1 race in the last 8 starts. Gets an apprentice who rides a very good 5 furlong straight races. Number 6, Miscellaneous Speed, but away from the race too long. However, normally does very well when coming off a Sergeant. So bear it in mind, and Trainer Donovan Plummer. His barn is in reasonable form. Number 7, Chris Hanley, comes down in claim for this. Let's see the reason. Number 9, Blue Attitude. A very consistent mare who should be a serious factor against these, as Nemesis, Big Paul, and Talented Tony K compete here as well, and those Blue Attitude has to fear most. Anthony Thomas, he'll be riding her tomorrow. Number 11, April Spirit, looking in great condition, as well as very focused when seen. Does she have the class to better these? And looks alone, she's going to run a huge race. How focused she will be for this is left to be seen. Number 12, Talented Tony K. Better the top opponents in this race and last. And looks the one to beat in paper, even though the handicap favors number 9, Blue Attitude. Number 9, Blue Attitude, from number 12, Talented Tony K, one of two. Number 4, Big Paul. Number 7, Chris Hanley. Number 1, Dallas. Second race, 9 entries, 4 furlong straight or 800 meters straight. It's the Stardust Trophy, Section 1. It's for native-bred 2-year-olds. It's a maiden special weight race. 8 of these 9 entries are debutants. Number 1, Storm McComb, a debutant, born on the 9th of March, a big colt by Stormcraft out of Telemark, out of War Marshall, breeder, Lakeland Farms Limited, owner and trainer Patrick Lynch. The Cardenas rides will need time if going by exercise reports. Another debutant, number 2, Burning Red, born the 5th of May, Chestnut Court by Burn Identity out of Feasibility Study by Lemon Drop Kid. Breeder Karen Prasad, owner PJK team, of which Karen Prasad is part of that. Omar Walker gets the call for Ian Prasad. Burning Red has been working well enough to factor somewhere in the top 3. Number 3, Infinito, the only horse here with race experience, of which ain't much to go by. Number 4, Jaguar, a debutant, born 11th of January, a Chestnut Court by Berliner the Tiger, out of Bubbling Angeline by Blue Pepsi Lodge. Breeder Ham Stables Limited, owner Balkrishnan Sagan Mirage. The groom, Glenford Thompson. O'Neill Mullins rides for Philip Fian, interestingly bred colt, who is working well for a long while. Not so recently, but that's because he wasn't really extended in his gallops. Gets Lasix tongue-time figure 8, should be able to handle these. Number 5, Minnie the Walk, born the 21st of February, a Bay filly, this debutant. Bred Lion Tamer out of Aramas by Forest Danger. Breeder, Everglade Farm Limited, owner and trainer Anthony Nunes. Junior Howard grooms, Tevin Foster rides. Not done well enough for a winning run, but could get a low exotic placing. Will have basic tongue tie and driver for his first career start. Another debutant, number 6, Caveman. This one was born the 12th of March, a big colt by Dayton Flout of Burning Brightly by Siphon. The groom, Dave Carty. Lawrence Robertson own bred and trained this one. Caveman will need time to get out of his cave. Number 7, Giant Wheeler, another debutant from the stables of Jason Acosta and Anthony Thomas will ride. This horse was born the 29th of April. Chestnut Court by Northern Giant out of Cadilla by Eve's the Real Thing. Breeder YS 955 Limited, owner Kalshar Limited, has been showing value on the exercise track, of which he could be a factor if the favorite fails. Number 8, De Jour, another debutant. This horse is groomed by Rupert Johnson and born the 21st of March. A bay filly by Force De Jour, or the First Kiss by Tracking. Breeder New Blue Limited, owner V28. Ricardo Duany rides for Rowan Matthews. De Jour needs time. Number 9, No More Deals, born the 18th of April, a Chestnut Colt by Soul Warrior of Tonal Miss by Tackler. Breeder Frederick Layton, owner C. Bird, groom Fitzroy Folks. And at this moment in time, the Open Gate Show gives a shout out to Frederick Layton, a man of status, a very good human, and we wish him all the best. No More Deal is owned and bred by Frederick Layton. Working okay, but we'll need this to be focused enough for a win. We'll be getting blinkers and laces. Number 4, Jaguar. From number 2, Burning Red. Number 7, Giant Wheeler. Number 9, No More Deals. Number 5, Mini Dewap. Third race is 4 5 and up. It's a claiming race, 150 to 180,000. And it also has native-bred 6 years and up who have never won 2 races, as well as native-bred 5 and up who are still in maiden. 11 entries, 5 rows straight or 1,000 meters straight. Number 1, Painted Stone Red. Last race is also beaten, approaching the winning post to finish on neck. Second to Time to Say Goodbye on the 21st of November. Very light and should get into the top 3, even from this inside draw. Number 2, Secret Law, 6-year-old who raced only 14 times. 1 win, 5 seconds, and 1/3. Loves it fresh, this Secret Law. Has 1 or 2 horses here who, if okay, is likely to be too tough for Secret Law. Number 3, Explosive Charge, may earn another low exotic placing. Number 4 is The Beast. In effortless fashion and last against a very weak set that was on the 6th of November, going 3.5 furlongs, winning by 6 lengths, beating Parajet, an awesome cat. Didn't look too comfortable returning to the winner's enclosure. This distance, though, ain't his liking, but he should do well enough. Number 6, Unit 4, seen in good condition, and with Shane Ellis up, could be the one taking pictures in the winner's enclosure. Number 7, Hail Mary, could get a low exotic placing, so to number 8, Cat's Rigger. Number 11, Samora, seeking 4 consecutive victories. Can he achieve that? Well, could, but not for me. Number 6, Unit 4. Number 1, Painted Stone Red. Number 11, Samora. Number 2, Secret Law. Number 7, Hail Mary or Cat's Rigger for the lower order. 4th race, Section 2 of the Starless Trophy. 4 firm straight still, or 800 meters. Native-bred 2-year-old maiden special weight race. 9 entries, 8 debutants in this one. Again, the debutants dominates. Number 1, Prince Quality, a debutant, born the 5th of March, be caught by Casual Chick out of Sheet and Preach by Pat and Jack. Breeder, Darren McKenzie. Owner, M&M Racing Stables. Javon Smith grooms this one. Patrick Lynch, Jerome Innes will ride. Will need time. Number 2, Monsieur Blue, born the 23rd of April, a big colt. This debutant is bred tourist out of La Hague by Zeating. New Blue owned and bred this horse. Mario Chung rides for Gretford Smith. Monsieur Bleu will need time. Will have Lasix. Number 3, I Realize, another debutant. This horse was born the 20th of March, a big colt by Northern Jan out of Virginia Royal by Royal Minister. Breeder Argyle Farms Limited. Owner Alfred Brown, Garfield Brown, and Imran Bacchus. A very interesting combination, those 3. 2 brothers, and obviously a friend. After Bent, Higgs was 1, and I Realize will get Lasix. Working well for a few weeks now, and showing speed on the exercise track. Looks to be the one for this, to take pictures. And, you will realize that tomorrow. Number 4, Potential, another debutant, born the 24th of January, be caught by Traditional, bred of life by Royal Minister. Breeder Roy Ardale, owner Joyous Racing, the groom Delroy Blake. The Cardenas gets the call for Patrick Lynch. Another of Lynch's entry in this race. One of the more forward 2-year-olds in the barn of trainer Patrick Lynch. This trainer has so many horses that looks the same. Hard to tell. Number 5, Sir Tajay, the lone starter with experience, but that's all he has over the other entries at this moment in time. Number 6, Ruby is the one, another debutant, but this one is born the 28th of April, a bit Philly by Natural Selection, who's come down with me by Blue Pepsi Lodge. Breeder and owner Stephen Nairn Singh, Linton Stedman gets the call for the defending champion trainer Anthony Nunes to fire the right grooms. Ruby is the one may factor somewhere in the low order of your top 5 selections. Number 7, Slam, born the 4th of March, a big colt by Sensational Slam out of bedroom trotted by Super Saver, Milton McDonald grooms, and Milton McDonald was the groom of Viceroy, Gale Force, and quite a number of good horses, and also the groom of Princess Shooting Star. Philip Fiala trained in Spence Ride. Slam had been around for a while, was a late start at the gates after sustaining a minor injury. So, you can say he's still a debutant. Need to gain experience, but could be in your low order of your exotics. Number 8, Sergeant Charge, groomed by Nevis Traby, March 12th born, be colt by Nashita of Aunt Hilda by Best Reason. Breeder Mark and Susan Waits, Philip Lee trains and owns this one. Sergeant Charge will need time to take charge. Number 9, the final debutant, Power of Fate, born the 30th of April, Chestnut colt by Key to the Power, out of Yield of Fate by High Yield, current Passard, bred, owners, PJK team. Ryan Lewis rides for Ian Passard. Paul Anthony is the groom. Power of Fate has shown ability on the exercise track, but when he settles down, I think he will be more focused enough to run for top honors. Number 3, I Realize. From number 4, Potential. Number 9, Power of Fate. Number 7, Slam. Number 6, the Ruby is the one. We are at halfway stage, race 5, 4.5 furlongs on 900 meters. 13 horses were entered, and it's 4 native cheerers who never won 2 races, as well as imported children up who still remains a maiden. Number 2, Simple Land, ran well enough on last out this course to be given serious consideration. That was on the 28th of November, just 2 weeks ago. And this horse led, was up with the leaders, and ended up 2 and 3 lengths forward to Southern Flight, Justin Blessing, and Will the Conqueror, who is in this race as well. Simba the Lion, working well. The summer 4th, 6 for 1, 16 and the 5th. That's very good. No, you don't normally see Patrick Lynch horses working these long distances. As a matter of fact, you hardly see them working, regardless. Number 3, True for Battle, Speedy Yours Importy, who was changed stable since last race, from Gary Crawford to Donovan Russell. If he breaks, well, he should be around somewhere in the top 5 because of his speed in this shortened distance. Number 5, Heart of the Sea, ran poor and last. That was 2 weeks ago, the 28th of November, in that race that most of his horses ran in. Southern Flight was the winner, Justin Blessing finished second, Will the Conquer third. Heart of the Sea, well, according to what I see here, finished second, 703 lengths. No, it's not it. Didn't do well at all. Still made one this race, Southern Flight in that race. Interesting. Anthony Thomas is on now. Could be a dangerous horse if focused. Number 6, Still Made of Heart of Stone, which Anthony Thomas advocates and has chosen Heart of the Sea instead. It's fairly consistent. Has, could be one fighting out for a top 3 slot. This Costa's horses are really running well and earning to keep that lead that he has over Anthony Nunes intact. Number 9, Colin's Flight, broke his maiden at this exact trip of 4.5 furlongs. So what? He ran the journey on November 7th, and that was a poor effort. Well, let's see this time if we will be in flight. Number 11, Will the Conqueror, should be a factor for top 4 placing. Number 6, Baton Rouge, reluctantly. From number 11, Will in Charge. Number 2, Simba the Lion, Dangerous Animal. Number 5, Heart of the Sea. Number 3, True Bravado. Race 6, The gates will remain at where it was for race 5, 4.5 furlongs mark, or 800 or 900 meters. 16 horses here though, and it's for native bred 4. It's a native bred 4-year-old and not maiden condition race. Number 1, Cupcake, loves the straight course, but they're drawn on the inside. Ryan Darby is doing well, but with Caymanas. Number 5, Adoring Taxus, a debutant. 4-base filly by Road to Goal to something not happen by Easy Real Thing. Breeder, Ewart Minto, Texas Crew, the owner. Yuval Pinnock, the apprentice, will ride for Alfred Francis. Leighton Simpson, the groom. Fairly well-bred first-timer who could get a low placing in the top 5 slot, as he has been around for a long while. Could even hit the board. Number 6, Silverstein gets Omar Walker. That's a positive move. Number 8, Run J Run, showed speed in last, the 21st of November, going 5.5 furlongs. Up leader looked challenging, but faded a bit to be second, 5.25 lengths to Blue Epiphany. Was slow out the gate. Cardenas remains for an expected improved showing tomorrow. Number 9, the other debutant here, Brisa Azul, a Cheston filly, 4-year-old by War Marshal out of Lady Gangadeo by Footloose, breeder Henry William Jagai, ODJP, own a new blue, Gary Sobrati trains 1, Omar Simpson rides, has blinkers, figure 8 and Lasix. I'm not considering this horse for a good showing as yet. We go to number 12, War Orphan. Came off a sojourn and ran his best race yet. That was the 6th of November, going 4 furlongs straight, and led and flattened just a bit to be 1 3/4 lengths forward to above Assault. Silverstein was here, and also Cupcake were off and broke poorly out against then. That was his first start that he had the figure 8 on. Jockey McGregor stays. A good chance for the win tomorrow. We're orphan. Number 13, Plutologist, run wide and last, and if he focuses in keeping a straight course, could run to get a top 3 or 4 position on the board. Number 12, War Orphan. Number 8, Run J Run. Number 1, Cupcake. Number 13, Plutologist. Number 6, Silverstein. Race 7 has 11 entries, 6.5 furlongs or 1,300 meters for choosing up. It's a claiming race, 600 to 750,000. Number 2, Uncle Vinny, must be comfortable now against these. Was 2.5 and third behind number 3, Mirabilis, who ran second when journeying 2 turns. 6.5 should not be out of Uncle Vinny's reach. With 3, Mirabilis, a model of consistency. Surely at this handicap, she should be the one, especially going over her favorite distance. Her favorite approximate distance. Number 5, Egita, not to be taken lightly, as is a nice handicap and has run with some youthful horses in the higher grade. I wonder why this horse didn't claim. But it's Christmas for some. Number 6, King's Magician, dropping for a 750,000 claim by Anthony Nunes, who wants to retain his trainer's title. If that's the cause, well, we'll see. Number 7, Azaria, likely to get on the lower segment of your exotics. Number 11, Biblical Legend, ran well when chasing Mirabilis at this distance on the 23rd of October, finishing 3/4 length behind that one. A bit worse off on the handicaps, but with a more experienced rider now in Christopher Mundine, Biblical Legend, should be one in your top 3 surely. Number 3, Mirabilis. Number 5, Ashita. Number 2, Uncle Vinny. Number 11, Biblical Legend. Number 6, King's Ransom. One of those horses should definitely win this race. 8th race is for native bred trios, the maiden condition race. Fillies only, 11 starters. They go 5 furlongs straight, or 1,000 meters straight. Quite a number of 5 straight races. Running tomorrow. Number 1, Queen Alali could again factor in the lower order. Number 6, Don't Play With Magic, changed stable since last race. That was on the 4th of September. And is coming off a brief respite. Nothing much to really give this horse a winning chance. Number 7, Morton the Law, ran below expectations out this route on last. That was on the 30th of November. Was the even money favourite with Marshall Porter, finished 6, 11 lengths behind Sweetie Man, Morris Code, and Carl Striker after breaking slowly. Yuval Pinnock, another apprentice, replaces Marshall Porter. Capable of rebounding this horse, and we'll be having first-time blinkers after 10 current start without. Number 8, Carl Strike, consistent, should improve. Number 10, She's So Fabulous, has gained more experience as seen on the exercise track to be a more competitive filly this time around. Number 11, Sabina, a debutant, born the 4th of May, a Chestnut filly by Catch the Trick out of Candace by Vanadium. Owner, breeder, trainer, Owen and Solomon Sharp. Jerome Innes rides. Neville Butler, the groom. Sabina displayed value on the exercise track and could be part of the top 5. Number 10, She's So Fabulous. Number 7, On With The Law. Number 8, Carl Strike. Number 11, Sabina. Number 1, Lady Adele. The penultimate race, race 9, the feature, the Awoofa Sprint. Of course, we know Awoofa was a top-class animal, trained by the late Wayne DeCosta, owned by the Kong family. Awoofa, she is in the line of the mighty filly in her era. She's a man-eater. And I don't know what happens to Awoofa at the breeding shed, but we are yet to see any more of her offspring. This race for Children Up. It's an overnight allowance race. Number 2, One Done, close stronger than last when going half a furlong shorter than tomorrow's distance. That was on the 28th of November, going 5.5 furlongs. And God of Love won that race, and One Done was finishing very fast. Should be in the top 3, I would imagine, going half a furlong more. Number 3, Deep Blue Sea, has speed and very light. 6 furlongs against these ain't really going to be easy. Number 4, Legality, remains down in grade for trainer Anthony Nunes and jockey Tevin Foster. 6 furlongs should have a chance because he ran very well at that distance on the 13th of November with 121 pounds, finishing 4 3/4 and 4th to Duke, Father Patrick, and Rajon the Pilot, also breaking through out the gates. Will be more focused than that race I just mentioned, and Legality has to come good for Nunes for him to have a chance to retain his trainer's title. Number 5, Loose Ball, will be closing for a low exotic placing. Number 6, Laban, consistent colt with a handicap to win, especially recently campaigning against far better than these. Number 8, El Professor, a possibility for a top 3 slot. Number 9, Supreme Soul, well drawn for a change of tactics, and that is in coming off the speed this time around and could get in the top 3. Number 6, Laban. Number 8, El Professor. Number 2, One Done. Number 9, Supreme Soul. Number 5, Loose Ball. Final race goes the minimum curve distance, 5 furlongs round or 1,000 meters round. 11 entries, lots of 11 horse field. This race won at about 4 and up, was never won 3 races, and imported 4 and up, who has never won 2 races. Number 1, Miss Hillington, coming off a 7-month hiatus with good form. May need this race though for a top 4 placing. Number 2, Ocean Wave. Speedily the filly, who had the Cardano staying on after that pipe opener on the 21st of November, where she led and flattened to be fifth, 5.5 lengths behind K-Boy out there, and was hard ridden to get on the lead. Facing, I would say, some speed again, and we'll have it all to do on the headline. And I'm expecting to beat it in the latter part of this race. Number 4, Craft and Ready, speed American bred horse who has issues and should run a fair race. Number 9, Basilica, fast filly who prefers the straight but must be given a fair chance for top honors here. Has speed, so who knows if the speed collapse, you might get number 10 or number 11. Number 10, XY Soul, ran its best race in ages on last, when that was the 4th of December, going 7 furlongs, when barefaced, only had Lasix then, and ran evenly. Finished 3rd, 4.5 lengths, the Tomahawk and another Cookie, after breaking very slowly out the gate. He's cutting back in distance tomorrow, as he must be a different horse to run that way on last. So, for those who play the exotics, that's why Soul has to be in it, surely. Number 11, 7 Fate, a possibility for a top 5 placing, and could do well from this ideal post if deciding to run on, and could even win. Lots of speed here, and I'm going to select my top 4. Number 11, Step in Fate. Number 9, Basilicus. Number 4, Crafty and Ready. Number 10, XY Soul. And for low order, number 8, another Prosecutor. Well, we are nearing the Christmas season, and I for one don't believe in Christmas, but that's me. We have to be careful on the road or even at your home. Remember to take your time and select your horses. There are other shows that analyzes the local race card, and I'm sure you will listen to them all as well. All the best of luck. Take care.